At my sister's engagement dinner, her fiancé mocked me as a warehouse loser in front of everyone. 2 days later, I fired him from my own company and handed his file to the district attorney. I'm Noah, 34M. My family thinks I push pallets in some random warehouse. In reality, I own Archer Logistics, a freight company with hundreds of trucks. My sister Grace calls me the family disappointment. She's the golden child, engaged to Damon. At the dinner, Grace greeted me with, "Wow, you actually came. Couldn't dress nicer?" Damon arrived late in a suit and flashy watch. Mom announced, "This is Damon, Regional Operations Manager at Harborline Freight. Harborline is one of my subsidiaries." Damon started bragging. When I came in, efficiency went up 30%. Everything runs through me now. Across the table, one of his coworkers froze when he saw me. Later in the kitchen, he whispered, "You're Noah Archer, right? I'm Felix. I recognized you from the acquisition memo. Damon has no idea who you are, and he's dirty." Felix told me Damon was running nighttime side jobs with company trucks, moving gray market electronics off the books, paying drivers cash. He asked drivers not to mention certain routes to dispatch. I just said, "Send me everything you have." Back at the table, the humiliation tour continued. Mom smiled. Noah works very hard at his warehouse job. "Very physical, isn't it, sweetheart?" Damon smirked. "Steady work. Not everyone's cut out for management. If you're serious about improving your life, I could get you an entry-level spot at our facility. Clock in, move boxes, maybe move up if you're ambitious." Grace actually clapped. "Damon, that's so generous." That night, I ordered a full audit on Damon's division and had security pull camera and GPS logs. By Monday, I had everything. Falsified manifests, warehouse footage, truck routes that didn't exist on any schedule, 3 drivers ready to swear he'd been paying them cash to move untaxed stock. On Wednesday, I drove to Harborline in my beat-up pickup and old hoodie. Damon welcomed me to his facility and walked me through the warehouse. "These are the loading bays. If you work hard, you could end up a shift lead one day," he said. Then he sat me in front of his cluttered desk. "Look, Noah, I know this feels like charity, but Grace worries you're drifting. This job is an intervention." My phone buzzed. Text from Morgan, my VP. "We're outside." I smiled. "You're right, Damon. This is an intervention, just not the way you think." I laid my phone on his desk and opened the files. "How's the side business? The untaxed consoles, the trucks running ghost routes at 2 a.m., the pallets hidden behind Bay 12. His face went gray. I don't know what you're talking about." I stood. "You're using my trucks, my warehouses, and my drivers to steal from my company, and you did it while offering me an entry-level job." He scoffed. "Your company?" I opened the door. Morgan and security were waiting. "Damon Cole," she said. "You're terminated for theft and fraud. Archer Logistics owns Harborline. Mr. Archer is the founder and CEO." Damon stared at me. "You're bluffing." I leaned in. "Remember when you said some people are meant to move boxes while others lead? Turns out I don't work in your warehouse. You work in mine. Or you did." Security walked him out past the same workers he'd been exploiting. His phone was already buzzing with Grace's name. She called me. "What did you do?" "Damon says you ruined his life," I answered. "I fired a manager who was stealing from my company. Also, surprise, I own it." She went quiet, then whispered, "We all thought you were a failure." I said, "You never bothered to ask." Damon took a plea deal. 18 months in minimum security. Career over. Felix now runs that facility. Mom and Grace are suddenly very interested in my job. I keep my distance. They laughed when Damon offered me a warehouse job. Now they know I built the warehouse. I sleep just fine. And this time, I don't need their approval to sleep well.